Hello and welcome to this video with me, Coach Reese. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. So in today's video, we're going to continue with our look at the 3-4-3 formation, and we're going to think about how we might press. As always, I will leave timestamps and chapters below. Let's get started. When pressing in the 3-4-3 formation, and with any formation really, we've got a few things that we need to consider. So the first is where and why. So where are we looking to force the opposition, or where are we looking to engage the opposition? Why are we looking to force the opposition into this specific area or into a specific player? What are the strengths of the 3-4-3 formation, and who are going to be our key players who are going to involve in the press? And does the 3-4-3 formation have any areas of concern when pressing? When looking at the basic structure of the 3-4-3 formation, we've got a good horizontal and vertical distribution of players. And a big part of this is the formation has wing backs, and we can use the wing backs within our press. There is a trade-off to using our wing backs higher up the pitch, and we'll take a look at that shortly. When pressing in the 3-4-3 formation, it makes sense to force the opposition wide. And this is initially because players in the wide zones have their options limited by the touchline, so it makes it easier for a pressing team to limit the remaining options. In order to use the wing backs within the press when using the 3-4-3 formation, we need them to start slightly higher up the pitch. And this does leave our three central defenders in a situation where they might be in a 3v3 if we're up against a 4-3-3, for example. And this 3v3 situation is something that we need to be incredibly aware of. So initially, the profiles of the three central defenders might impact whether or not the wing backs are used in a press, along with the roles and responsibilities of the double pivot, because they will need to be there initially to protect and block any passing lanes that might be open for the opposition to play into this front three. And that is the major trade-off for using our wing-backs within a press. Because we need them higher up the pitch, we do leave our centre-backs in a position where they're in a 3v3, and should the opposition forwards receive the ball, we could be in a little bit of danger. And so as the ball travels from the opposition goalkeeper to centre-back, we can use our player from within the half space, whether that's an attacking midfielder or inside forward, to engage the centre-back. And as this movement happens towards the centre-back, it's really important that the player uses a curved run. And with this, they're looking to block any passes that might be able to be played into midfield. The role of the striker is, again, to block any passes into midfield, along with looking to cut the pitch in half, so we don't allow the opposition to switch. And so once the ball has moved from goalkeeper to centre-back and the opposition have committed to a specific side of the pitch, it's really important now that the far side wing-back takes up a position to support the three central defenders. Just in case the press is beat, we could do with as much protection as possible. And as we force the opposition to play into a specific fullback, the wing-back on that side, so the ball side wing-back, can now look to engage. And the wing-back should be looking to arrive on the fullback's first touch. So as the ball's travelling from centre-back to fullback, our wing-back should be making that movement to engage the fullback. The role of the double pivot during this press is to remove any passes that might be played into midfield, and really effective use of their cover shadow will be able to limit the amount of options that the fullback in this situation has. When pressing with the 3-4-3, it's really important that each player involved in the press fulfills their roles and responsibilities as effectively as possible. Because the formation commits quite a few players forward, should the press be beaten, for example, if the opposition have got a really good ball-playing centre-back who's able to beat the initial press, the 3-4-3 formation can find itself in a lot of trouble. And with a lot of players committed to the press, it means there's a lot of players to recover. So the opposition will find themselves in a lot of space that they can use to exploit once they've beaten the initial press. So it's really important for players not directly involved in the press to recognise any potential danger, and they might look to engage, or they might look just to delay the opposition's progression so that the recovering players do have time to come back and regain the team structure. And that's a look at pressing in the 3-4-3 formation. I do hope you found the video useful. If you do, I do have a Ko-fi page if you'd like to support myself and the channel. I do have a match analysis template that's now available on my Gumroad page. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I've been Coach Reese. Have a fantastic day.